Yo, what's going on guys, it's Cynical, and today for you guys I got quite an interesting interview from PlayStation Japan with Tetsuya Nomura talking about Kingdom Hearts on the PlayStation 4 as well as the situation commands, which is going to be a mechanic in both 0.2 Birth by Sleep and Kingdom Hearts 3. Now, we briefly talked about this whole situation command thing in a video a few days ago, but we really didn't have too much information on it. However though, now we pretty much have a full explanation on the whole situation command, so I thought I'd actually slot this in with the other points that they talk about towards Kingdom Hearts on the PlayStation 4. If you guys want to read up on the whole entire interview, you can by clicking on the link in the description below. That'll send you to KH13 and the entire interview is there. The reason why I say that is because of the fact that we're only going to be going over 3 of the different paragraphs that are listed in this interview. The reason why I'm not reading the full interview is basically because it's really just information that most of us know by now. However guys, without further ado, let's jump into it. So PlayStation Japan asked, what does the world of Kingdom Hearts progress to on the PlayStation 4? In response, Nomura said, it might be hard to tell with just screenshots, but the world of Kingdom Hearts on PlayStation 4 is like watching a Disney anime and is incredibly beautiful. The backgrounds are obviously well done, but the quality of the close-ups are to the point that you can even tell the textures of things on screen. So you can play as you take in the presence and atmosphere in full. This is the first game in the Kingdom Hearts series to be sold on the PlayStation 4, so we think there will be a lot of people really looking at its presentation, but the quality lives up to those high hopes, and its content gives us a feel for being able to enjoy Kingdom Hearts 3 in the same kind of style. So this right here is always a very interesting topic to talk about. I always find it very crazy that Kingdom Hearts is now finally making the transition onto much greater and advanced hardware. I know this is a point that I bring up time and time again, and I'm sure you guys are probably very sick of it as of right now, but you know, it's crazy to think that the most powerful console that Kingdom Hearts has actually been on, aside from the HD remixes, is the PlayStation 2 with Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. So now the fact that Kingdom Hearts as a whole is now finally jumping onto the PlayStation 4, which is the most current in the console generation, it's a really crazy thing to think of because Kingdom Hearts has never really made that great step forward, but of course now it's finally happening. Tetsuya Nomura said in this little paragraph that, you know, they're really trying to nail the presentation in both 0.2 and Kingdom Hearts 3 to make it look absolutely incredible, and I'm going to take his word on that. From what we've seen so far, you know, both 0.2, Kingdom Hearts key back cover, as well as Kingdom Hearts 3, these are the next generation titles for the Kingdom Hearts series, and they are looking absolutely superb. You know, the style that they're going for, they're really trying to capture the Disney aesthetics, and I think this is one of the sort of key factors that they're really trying to aim for, you know, trying to coincide the Disney universe in with Kingdom Hearts and making a style that suits both. I think they've really done a great job with it. He mentioned in here that you can actually get very close up to things and actually see the textures on the objects. Now, I actually played 0.2 Birth by Sleep this year at the EB Games Expo over in Sydney, Australia. Now, I know that that demo that I was playing was an older build, but even still so, experiencing the game for myself, playing this next generation Kingdom Hearts title, the visuals were absolutely amazing, and the textures were on point. You know, there are a few times where the camera was kind of like doing its own thing and it was a little bit annoying, but it meant that the camera was kind of going up against a few walls, and there are actually moments when the camera was doing that where I could actually see like little indents on like wooden walls, and then there'd be a few stone walls, and like the textures are honestly extremely impressive. One thing that you guys will probably like sit there and sort of stare at when you guys play 0.2 Birth by Sleep for yourself is like sort of the blue crystals that are located around the Cinderella Town area of 0.2. They kind of reflect the world space because they are crystals, and they look absolutely amazing. I know it's pretty crazy that I'm sitting here as of right now talking about how good a crystal looks in a video game, but honestly, I think when it comes down to it, Square Enix have absolutely nailed the next generation look for Kingdom Hearts. It still feels very authentic, but then again, it's a new take on the Kingdom Hearts series visually. series, so I have to say kudos to you, Square. Next up, PlayStation Japan said each place is different, our hopes for Kingdom Hearts 3 grows higher. Once you pass the challenge in a speedrun, you can obtain decoration items, and you can customize Aqua's appearance. On top of that, when you use a Firaga spell, the tip of the Keyblade glows like heated iron, and there are several other little details not to be missed. The fight with the Devil's Tower, an enemy comprised of countless shadows formed into a mass, is also a must-see. The feeling of that swarm has value even with a single glance. Being on the PlayStation 4 is a great achievement in progress for Kingdom Hearts. They've powered up a lot of points, and by playing 0.2, you'll be even more excited for Kingdom Hearts 3. The graphics, story, battle system, etc. of 0.2 will connect to each point of Kingdom Hearts 3. We want you all to full experience the new Kingdom Hearts that has progressed to the PlayStation 4. So basically in this paragraph right here, Tetsuya Nomura is essentially just going over different key aspects that really make up the next generation of Kingdom Hearts. One of the things that he mentioned in here was the fact that when you use a Firaga spell, the tip of the Keyblade glows like heated iron. So in a sense, there's sort of like a realism factor going on, not really, because I mean, for one, Keyblades aren't real, and two, you can't shoot fireballs out of a massive key, but still to the point you'd think that if that was an actual real thing, if you were to shoot a massive flaming ball out of a massive fucking key, the tip of that key would be heated up due to how hot that fireball would be, right? So I think it's the little details that really do count, and I think it's very clear that Square Enix are really trying to focus on the little details. Sometimes it's the little details that go the furthest, so I think that's absolutely fantastic. Just like with what we saw in the Kingdom Hearts 3 E3 2015 trailer, at one point in that trailer we actually see Sora using the arrow spell. So when he uses it, all of the grass below the arrow spell is actually sort of turned in the direction of where the wind is actually spinning. So once again, little details. It's great to know that Square Enix are focusing on little details, so I think that's absolutely great. And finally, we move on to the explanation of the situation commands. Nomura said this game follows in the footsteps of the action in the PlayStation Portable release of Birth by Sleep. Double flight and air slide movements, along with style change and shotlock attacks, can be freely used as you search around the area and fight the Heartless. What is mainly being improved from Birth by Sleep is the style change system. In Birth by Sleep, as you continue to attack, the style changes occur automatically, but in the new game, they are a factor called Situation Command, and as the gauge above the command menu reaches its maximum, you can perform a Situation Command. If you press the triangle button, you can do a style change on your own terms. In addition, the situation command that appears will depend on what attacks you've been using, and if you're using magic, it's possible for your spells to change to the highest tiers, such as Firaga, Blizzaga, and Thundaga. Furthermore, if you've satisfied several different conditions at once, you'll be able to choose which style you want with the directional key. So the really cool thing about this is this system is going to allow us to utilize a whole array of different cool abilities and attacks, and it's all very dependent on what sort of fighting style we've been using, especially when it comes to using different spells. So of course, say for instance, if we've been using Thundaga during our fighting session, a special ability that coincides with thunder will appear for us to then utilize by pressing the triangle button. This screenshot right here is actually one of the thunder situational commands, so you guys can actually see it in action. It appears to be that this situation command, it just simply rains down thunder in a huge circle radius, which is pretty damn cool. I remember throughout my playthrough of the 0.2 Birth by Sleep demo, as I was using all sorts of different magic attacks and whatnot, eventually I actually had the option to press triangle to then of course change into Spellweaver. Now, like Tetsuya Nomura was saying, in the original Birth by Sleep, the whole style change thing was a big part of that game. It was a brand new mechanic, but I remember remember that a lot of people got pretty triggered and frustrated with the whole command style change thing, especially myself, because it did it automatically. You really had no specific choice over it. And although for the most part, you know, doing the whole style change thing enhances your abilities, some people preferred not to be put in the, you know, specific different style changes. So now in 0.2 we actually get to select if we want to go into the style change when we want to, and I think this is an absolutely, you know, fan-fucking-tastic thing, finally giving the players a choice whether or not they actually want to go into Spellweaver or not. And of course, all the cool abilities that are going to surround this new system, I think, is going to be absolutely fantastic. Keep in mind though, you know, this system is going to be fairly important because it is going to be the system that replaces the reaction commands when Kingdom Hearts 3 comes around, because this is going to be a mechanic that will be implemented in Kingdom Hearts 3. But however guys, hopefully you've enjoyed today's video. I thought I would get this news and information out to you guys. It's always very interesting to sort of talk about the whole Kingdom Hearts and PlayStation 4 topic, as well as I thought I'd get the whole explanation on, you know, situation commands out there, because it's something that we briefly touched upon a few days ago. So now we actually have like a bit of an explanation, and it's going to be really cool to actually utilize this new mechanic when the game finally releases. But however guys, hope you're having a fantastic day, and until next time guys, I'll catch you later. Peace.